Everyone, this is Tracey from Pop Blitz magazine. We are chatting with Skyler. How are you doing tonight?
Doing great. How are you?
Pretty good. So, if you don't mind introducing yourself and giving everybody a hidden talent.
Sure. My name is Skyler. I'm 20 years old, and I'm from York, Maine. And I don't know, my hidden talent is that I am a major Beatles geek. So I know lots of really weird, uh, just random facts about the Beatles that nobody ever really needs to know.
Oh, a trivia geek.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, you don't like cover their songs and everything, you just know facts?
No, I do cover their songs as well. I do that as well.
Well, that'd be cool to see. You should post some of those.
Yeah, actually, over the next few weeks, I'm going to start doing regular YouTube updates. So there's going to be lots of new stuff coming out soon.
Awesome. Look forward to that. Say you're in an elevator with a famous record executive. You have 30 seconds to win them over. What do you say?
I just smile and sort of look at them a little bit, and just tell them about my music is different, and people tend to relate to it, and I usually like to let the music just speak for itself.
Awesome. When you went to Berkeley, they didn't make you do like the 30-second pitches in your business classes?
I didn't take most business classes. I was an arranging major.
Okay. Because like in all of my music classes in college, they like burned that into us to have a pitch ready because you never know who you're gonna meet. So I had to try it out on you.
Of course.
Your background is really interesting. So let's dive in. I hear it all started in 3rd grade. You would perform recess shows at school?
Yeah, I'd perform on the playground. I'd sing songs for like NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys.
Nice. Did you have all the little girls
Yes,
crowding around you?
Mm-hmm.
Way to win them over. So fast forward to 6th grade. By then, you had learned a bunch of instruments and started recording. What can you tell us about that?
Well, I was playing bass, guitar, drums, piano. I was singing. I had been writing songs for a few years, and I started recording, and I would do like bake sales, and and lemonade stands on the side of the road, and I ended up saving up enough money to buy my own little recording software, and I would start my own music.
Wow. Wow, that must have been one heck of a bake sale. I used to make like $20 whenever I would try to do the lemonade stand, so you must have been in a good neighborhood.
10 to 15 lemonade stands a year, and then do a bunch of bake sales around town. You end up saving up your money.
Awesome. And then in 7th grade, you started your own recording studio in your bedroom. Is that true?
That's right.
So you like slept in the living room
on the pull-out couch in the living room.
Nice. The sacrifices musicians make. Before you graduated, you'd released over 5 CDs and over 20 theater productions and performed 300 gigs. What was high school life like for you then?
High school life was pretty much, I spent all of my time focusing on my music. And that's sort of what it still is now. I would just go, and I would, outside of school, I would be writing, and I'd be practicing, and I'd be performing. And in school, I would be writing and practicing and sort of performing. Absolutely love it.
But you love it, right? After high school, you went on to study for a year at Berkeley.
Berkeley was great. I learned
Tell us about that.
A ton there, and I absolutely loved it there. One of the things I learned is that most musicians are really, really flaky, and so finding will actually show up is a challenge in and of itself.
Very, very true. I have met and interviewed a lot of musicians, and yeah. And you already told me you didn't take any business classes.
My
what
production
were your
classes,
production
most
classes
of the time,
like?
because I was an arranging major, most of the stuff that I would study would be how to write string sections and how to orchestrate horn sections and woodwinds for background music.
Wow. See, I went to a local music college for music business, so I didn't really take any of the production classes, but it was
Nice.
pretty sweet. I learned a lot too. A lot of professors that I'm sure at Berkeley too have been in the business for years and all doing all
Yeah.
kinds of things that can really help you out and give you advice. What did you take away from
Best
Berkeley?
advice I was
What's the best
given.
advice you were given?
Um, that Berkeley will always be there, and you know, performing is a young man's game. So go at it now, and you can always come back.
Very true. Speaking of that, the music industry has changed so much in the past 10 years. The record label's fading, and now it's all about the artists self-promoting and doing so with the internet and other social media
I think it's
tools. What do
great.
you think
I
about that?
think it gives a lot of people an opportunity to do things that they wouldn't have been able to do 30 years ago.
I agree. How do you feel about giving like your music away for free online? I know a lot of artists
Um,
don't like to do that.
the thing about giving away music for free online, that's tough. It all depends on the situation. But the thing that's hardest about that is it takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of your soul being poured into it. And then on top of that,
Hmm.
it costs a lot of money. Um, so to spend that much energy and that much of your life and your soul on something, and to basically have uh, some people feel like it's not worth anything, um, that that can be tough. That can definitely be tough to take. But you just sort of have to find other ways to do it. So I don't tend to give away um, music that I spent a lot of time in a studio working on, but what I do give away are demos of songs that maybe I did in my bedroom, or a brand new song that I just wrote that is just me and acoustic guitar. That I'm more than happy to give away, because I feel like that rewards the
Oh yeah.
fans for
Yep. Exclusives are always good. No, I agree. I mean, I think that artists should have their songs and their EPs, available for purchase because you are, a struggling artist. You need to make your income. But yet, like, I think it's a good thing to have previews and videos online where the fans can check you out because, I mean, if it's free, they're going to listen to you a lot more than if they have to pay for it and they haven't heard anything.
exactly.
You know? You get a lot more fans that way. So, how did you get started with the Band of Thieves?
Well, the guitar player and the bass player are my songwriting partners. And the guitar player was actually the one who taught me how to play guitar. So
Nice.
I've been working with him for years. And his brother's the bass player. The fiddle player, who also plays piano, he I met at Berkeley. I actually met him on the first day at Berkeley. We bonded over the fact that we were the only two guys there that really dug Taylor Swift.
Yes, I've read that you're compared to her a lot.
Yeah, no, I love it. I think she's a phenomenal artist. And then the drummer, I actually did a summer camp with him where we taught, high school kids what it was like to be in a band.
Fun.
Yeah.
I know, just trying to learn to play guitar myself, it's a lot of hard work.
Oh yeah.
It took a good year, and I still am not good at it. I just don't practice enough, though. You guys got to practice hours and hours a day.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So, tell us about the new digital EP that's coming out.
So we have a new EP. The songs aren't particularly new. They are 3 songs off of our first 2 EPs. The songs are "Take You Away," "Hold On," and "Stephanie," except they've been reworked. So there's new instrumentation, and they're actually the songs were mixed at Blackbird Studios in Nashville, Tennessee, which is where Taylor Swift and Keith Urban and Rascal Flatts all get their music done.
Great inspiration there, then.
Yeah.
I
That's
saw.
coming out on November 1st.
Awesome. So, I saw, like, an acoustic video in, like, it must have been maybe a classroom of you singing Take Me Away. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of acoustic videos all over YouTube that I've noticed.
Huh? That's the only one I've seen, other than, like, gigs.
Mm, um, I mean, we would go into schools and we would do tours of schools and promote our music that way.
Cool, cool. I know you play a lot around Maine, and you're starting to do house concerts where you'll go into the fans' houses and play. How does one that's in your area apply for that?
Well, what they do is they can go to skylertunes.com, and they can go into the host a house concert section and find out all the information that they need for that. And then they email Anna at skylertunes.com, give her all the information that they need, and they can have me and other members of the band performing at their
Sounds
house.
good. Unfortunately, that's only for what, Maine, New Hampshire. What did I read? Okay,
And
yep.
Massachusetts.
Any plans to do that nationwide?
Yep, we're going to slowly expand it. So for the end of this year, we're doing Maine, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts. Then we're going to extend it to all of New England, probably at the beginning of next year, and then we'll start moving outward
Cool.
as the year
Because
goes
you know
on.
when people watch this, they're going to be like, oh, well, he needs to come to my town. So.
Well, what they got to do is they need to send an email to Anna at skylertunes.com. She's in charge of setting all that up. And, tell her you live in a certain town and you would love to have me come and play. And we'll put it on a list and we'll make sure that we get to your town.
I'm going to have to suggest a few places to her because I used to do booking for a couple of my friends that are performers. So I do know some cool venues that you can come play at.
Very cool.
All right, so game time. Are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
So, this is just to get to know Skyler a little bit better. I'm going to say something, and you tell us both your best and your worst. You got it?
Okay, sure.
You can handle it?
Sure.
School subject.
Best subject was, besides music, was social studies. And my worst subject was science.
Childhood memory.
Best childhood memory. Best memory would probably be going to see Paul McCartney in concert. Worst memory would probably be when my mom ran over my foot with her car.
Did you need like a ton of stitches? That would hurt.
Apparently I was made of steel because nothing happened.
Wow.
But it hurt. Definitely hurt.
Food that you cook. Or do you not cook?
Best food that I cook is probably homemade pizza. And worst food that I cook, I don't know. I don't really make any bad food. I like all the food that I make.
Do you do it totally from scratch, make the dough and everything, or do you cheat?
Yep, no, I make the dough myself.
That might be a hidden talent there too, then.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
Cool.
It's yummy.
I like to bake.
Very yummy.
Baking's fun. Sport that you play.
Best baseball. Worst probably bowling.
Yeah, bowling is difficult. What's your typical bowling score?
Well, I used the bumper lanes because I suck that much.
That is cheating.
So
what about if you didn't have them? Are you like getting gutter balls?
I get a lot of gutter balls.
You're not alone.
A lot of.
Me too. Gift received.
Yeah. Best gift received. The best one might have been the Beatles remastered box set. Especially the USB one. Worst gift received? I don't know. I think I've probably blocked it out of my head. I actually did get coal for Christmas. I did.
Halloween costume.
Yeah. I don't know. I try to remember. I haven't dressed up for Halloween in a long time. Probably the best one I ever did was I was like a spaceman, and I actually created my own costume for it out of like different colored fabrics, and then I used this big old motorcycle helmet to do that. Worst costume ever? I don't know. I think just the fact that I haven't done a costume in a few years is
that works.
Is good enough right there.
Okay, this one might be a little bit embarrassing for you, but date.
best date ever. Um,
Putting you on the spot here.
trying to think. Jeez. It's not something that I've thought about for a while. Best date. Well, my best dates that I do, they're always like surprises. So I love, sort of just pretending that we're not really doing much at all, and then driving her down to Boston and going to this
Nice.
really fancy restaurant and then a concert afterwards. Worst date? What might have been the worst date that I ever had?
Lucky.
I don't know, I never really had a whole lot of bad dates. Yeah,
Okay.
I am very lucky.
Concert attended. Did you go see the Beatles?
Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney, definitely. Bruce Springsteen is a close second. Worst concert I ever attended? Probably just some local band that wasn't very
let's
good
not mention their
that I
names
walked
just
out
in
on
case
halfway
they
through.
happen to run across, right? What about your concert performed?
Yeah. My favorite concert performed? My favorite concert performed might have been the first time I ever played at Higher Ground in Burlington, Vermont. That one was amazing because it's a really well-known, famous stage, and so getting to play on it was really a treat. And there was a blizzard the day of the concert, and we had over 200 people show up
That's
in a blizzard.
dedication right there.
Yes, play. So that definitely was amazing. Yeah, worst concert ever played would have been back when I was playing bars. It might have been on St. I mean, it was horrible and awesome at the same time. On St. Patrick's Day, right when we were setting up, the bouncers got fired, which is really bad on St. Patrick's Day. And
Ooh.
a bunch of drunk guys sort of like bum rushed the stage, and we had to fight.
That would be a little bit scary.
It was.
I heard that St. Patrick's Day is actually
crazy
a really
time.
good time of a year to have gigs.
Yeah.
My old teacher said that. But I know bars
yeah?
are really, really hard to get people into.
Yeah.
Especially if it's not all ages and you have like a younger audience that wants to come out. That's tricky.
Yeah, well, I mean, this place was packed, but it's just everybody's wasted, and that's
They're having
it's
fun
hard
though.
when everybody's drunk
They
and
probably didn't
falling on
remember
the
it the next
stage and all that.
day, but they were fun.
Yeah.
So that was it for the game. What do you like to do in your spare time?
All right.
What are some good
I'm a
movies
big
we should
movie
check
buff.
out?
I love going to the movies. Really love it. I really want to see Anonymous. That looks really good.
It's the first time I've ever heard a guy voluntarily say he wanted to see Shakespeare.
Really cool. I think that'll be cool.
It's cool. So,
I love Shakespeare.
Where would you like to see your music career take you? The very top, like Justin Bieber status top?
To the top.
And where can fans go to find out more about you?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Help make that come true.
They can go to skylertunes.com and then everything /SkylerTunes. So facebook.com/SkylerTunes.
Gotta tell you, that's very easy to remember.
MySpace, Twitter, YouTube.
I didn't know your last
name,
so it's like, okay, let's just type Skyler Tunes everywhere and see what pops up. Okay, so shout outs. Message to all the fans watching right now.
There you go. I want to shout out to everybody who enjoys